Hello everyone. Today I'll be going over Season 7 of Star Wars The Clone Wars, just giving my thoughts on it. I don't know if this will be spoiler filled yet, but if it is, I'll save that for the end. So I'll give you a warning for when spoilers start, but right now you can not worry. I'm going to try and stay away from mentioning specific episodes, and I'm going to view the season as a whole. I might talk about the 3 different arcs, but I'm not going to go into episode specifics because I want to do an episode ranking video. So without further ado, here we go. Here is my review on Clone Wars Season 7. This season is amazing. It is awesome. Let me just get that out of the way. Season 5 is pretty awesome too. And I have to think about it whether this is my favorite season or not, but it really comes close. Holy cow. This is by far the most consistent season in terms of quality. Like, a lot of seasons, they have like really meh episodes, but also like really awesome episodes. This season, for the most part, is consistently great, and I love that about this season. Most of the episodes are 8 out of 10s. There's a few 7s, 1 9, and like a lot of 10s. But like, it's very consistent compared to other seasons. So in terms like mathematically and logistically, this is the best season because it has the highest score. But to say it's my favorite, I have to think about that first before I say it's my favorite personally. And before I just talk about the specific story arcs, I just want to dive a little deep into my background in the series. Return of the Jedi is my favorite of the movies. I'll get into that another day. I like The Last Jedi, blah blah blah. Out of all of the Disney era Star Wars stuff, this season is not better than The Mandalorian as a whole, but it reaches higher highs. So it's on par with The Mandalorian. So this and The Mandalorian are the 2 best Disney Star Wars things. It's crazy how Disney can't get their crap together with the movies, but with the TV shows, they're doing amazing. I am really, really excited for Disney Star Wars shows. I cannot wait until Obi-Wan. I can't wait until what Dave Filoni does next. This is so exciting. And all right, back to this season. So arc number 1 is the Clone Trooper arc, aka the Bad Batch arc. And it, not to give anything away, but basically it's an arc about finding someone who they thought was lost. And the entire 4-episode arc is about this. And it's about the clones' journey and coming to grips with this information. And like, some of them doubt it and some of them hold out hope. And there's character interactions between them that are really cool about this dilemma, and that's really cool. The writing is really cool in this segment of the season, but it's not the most well-written segment, but it's not the worst well-written segment either. The thing that this part of the season has is the comedy. It brings back the droid comedy from seasons 1 through 3. I love that about the first 4 episodes. That is the best part about the first 4 episodes. And another thing that the first 4 episodes of the season does, it ties a lot of the previous plot threads together, specifically ones related to the clones and the separatists. This part of the 12 episode arc, this 4 episodes, it's all about tying a bow on the separatist plot line, and it does it ridiculously well. Episode 4 in particular, I said I was not going to get specific episodes, but I love how it ties together. By far the best episode on this first 4 is probably the first, but I'll get into that. I'll get into why later. I'm not the biggest fan of the clone-centric episodes, but these 4 episodes were all great to me. And I don't know, the clone episodes in previous seasons, I didn't feel like they were well written. They were kind of lame, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really care for the clone characters that much because to me, they were like what some of the characters view the clone as, really like disposable clones with all like the same personality pretty much. That's how it felt like in previous seasons. But in these 4 episodes, my perspective on that changed. I really got to see the character and these characters and stuff. I know there were previous episodes in the season where the same thing happened. For example, the arc with Carnage of Krell. I love that clone episode. That is the best clone episode of the show. These episodes don't quite match it, but they come really close. Alright, so the second arc of the season, Ahsoka's return. I really like this part of it. I think it's great even for like half of it, but like, I don't know. I love seeing Ahsoka's return. It's really cool. It doesn't quite live up to the height of the end of season 5, but of course, it's the end of season 5 that it has to live up to. You can't do that. It's literally impossible. In the end of season 5, Dave Filoni created like a gift from God, pretty much. So I'm not too disappointed in this 4 episode arc because like there's no way I could have seen him continue it with that same quality. The biggest thing about this 4 episode arc is the 2 new characters, the sisters. I don't really have much of a problem with them. I don't see how they're all that annoying. I like them as characters. They're not the best characters. I'll give people that. They're not the best characters ever, but I still think they're really well done characters. The biggest thing that these characters have is a perspective on the Jedi that is really cool. Not to get into specifics here, but they have a really interesting viewpoint on the Jedi that really ties into Revenge of the Sith well, and you get to see all the different viewpoints on this issue, and that is really cool. I guess the biggest criticism I could give this mid arc is that it's filler. I agree that some of it is filler. However, at the same time, there are specific lines that I won't give away. I'll probably give it away in the spoiler stuff, and I do in a later video. I won't give it away, but like there are lines in these episodes that like they tie into that whole perspective thing I was talking about earlier, and these lines are masterfully crafted, and they give these episodes a third dimension that the first 4 episodes of the season don't quite have. So I really appreciate that. So out of the 3 story arcs, the second one is probably the weakest, but it really isn't by much because this season is pretty consistently great. All right, people. Now we talk about the real business here. You know what I mean. The third arc, one of the best, if not the best arcs in all of Clone Wars. If these last 4 episodes was made into a movie, it might as well be the greatest movie of all time. Holy cow. Why didn't Dave Filoni just stretch this out into 12 episodes and neglect the other 8 episodes? I would have loved if this part of it was expanded on. And the last 4 episodes are like insane. One episode in particular, I won't get in yet, but it had me going like it. I was in like chilling up, like chilling. I had chills. I was going crazy. And the only time the show has done that to me before that was in the episode The Wrong Jedi at the very end of season 5. It was that crazy. And of course, this is not a spoiler, I guess, unless you've never seen the show before. So I guess I'll just talk about a little spoiler stuff, but if you've never seen the show before, click away. But if you've seen seasons 3 through 5, then totally stay. I'm just like extremely minor spoilers. just mentioning names and stuff, I guess. So, alright, here we go. Darth Maul. Holy cow. I love his character in this. The lines I won't talk about specifically, but they are awesome. There's a certain energy about his character that's extremely prevalent in these last 4 episodes. It is fantastic. I'm not going to talk about what he does. I'll save that for my ranking video. But oh my god, if it wasn't for the Phantom Menace, Star Wars Episode 1, he would be my absolute favorite villain of all time. This is absolutely ridiculous. That perspectives thing from earlier, all I'll say is that he provides an insane perspective, and these last 4 episodes of the show are probably the most three-dimensional that they've ever been since the last 4 episodes of season 5. This is the closest that Dave Filoni has ever gotten to replicating those 4 episodes from season 5. In fact, I'll have to rewatch the end of season 5 because it's contesting my love for them. I don't even know if those episodes are at the top of the hill anymore, because these last 4 episodes of season 7, The Siege of Mandalore, are insanely fantastic. And it's the greatest retelling of Revenge of the Sith I could have ever asked for. I love how it focuses on a very particular part of the story and isn't just a rehash of Anakin's story. I probably would have wanted a rehash of Anakin's story, but now, like what we have here, it is the perfect thing. I can't imagine wanting anything else after seeing us. These last 4 episodes, it was the culmination of my journey in the last few months watching the show, and I'm really glad that I did. I'm glad that my friends recommended me to it. My review so far, it's not just the Disney shill speaking, as I got a Toy Story shirt on, but I just genuinely love this show. I love this season. It's a really, really high 8, so I'd give it a 9. It rounds to a 9. Even though mathematically it's probably closer to a 7, or like a low 8. But the last 4 episodes make me rethink the rest of the season, and I love this show, man. It gets cringy at points, but I love this show. It's awesome. I can't wait to watch Rebels for the first time, too, to see how that holds up. That'll be interesting. So now that this is over 15 minutes, I should probably wrap this up. I'm not going to go into any more spoilers, but here's a quick overview of my thoughts on the whole season. I love this season. It starts really strong, dips the tiniest bit, and then ends like stronger than ever, possibly. And that is astonishing. I love how far Ahsoka's character has gone. I love her portrayal in the season. I love Darth Maul's portrayal in this season. I love everybody's portrayal in the season. People are having a problem with Mace Windu, but I don't see that. One thing I forgot to mention, I love how intertwined this show is with Revenge of the Sith. There's a handful of moments that are really cool that ties it with the movie, and I love that about it. So this is all I can think about for a very minor spoiler review. So mostly non-spoilers. So I'll get into more details later on, but feel free to drop spoilers in the comments and discuss there. So I'm really looking forward to what Star Wars has next. Maybe the 4th be with you. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please do start a discussion in the comments. And of course, like and subscribe. The first time I've said that in my channel, but I'm so excited for Rebels. I'm so excited. I'm not excited for Resistance. Why did I even think of it? I'm so excited for Mandalorian Season 2. Are you excited for Mandalorian Season 2? Baby Yoda, yeah? Alright, there you go. Bye.